Alright, what's going on, Forgotten Nation? I'm your host, FG, and welcome back to another episode of Celeste. This is a brand new record session, so we're going to resume where we were before, but this is starting from the title screen, essentially. But last time we left off, we had a heart-to-heart conversation between Madeline and Theo, and the conversation reveals some things that you wouldn't normally get to hear through the gameplay itself. For example, we get to hear a little more about Madeline, how she deals with her problems. We got to hear a little bit more about Theo's backstory, and as well as what led him to the mountain as well. But more importantly, we discussed essentially what we think of Madeline, what she represents, and whether or not she's a real threat to us or not. And in the case between Madeline and Theo, it seems that it's some sort of aggressive nature that's trying to prevent us from doing terrible things. A check, per se. So that in mind, we had our heart-to-heart, and it was nice. It built up a lot of personality to the characters in the game. But we're not here to talk, we're here to play. So we're going to jump right where we left off, where Madeline reawakes from her sleep. And kind of like what we saw in the second chapter, the campfire's green, you can see an Aurora Borealis, and we have a golden feather to the right of us. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the golden feather and fly all the way up the mountain. This is the star jump. And we're going to have a heart-to-heart with Madeline. And let's just say, we may or may not understand her entirely. So how's this going to play out? Well, let's find out. Oh my gosh, she is just destroying the portrait at this point. Holy! So here we go, we're using the feather again. And just like before, we gotta keep it within the portraits. But considering our situation, I don't think this is gonna work as well as we like it to. Things are only gonna escalate from here. But let's try it out, try to breathe. And, uh-oh, we're losing. Oh, we've lost control of the feather. Ugh. This is not looking good at all. And down we go, all the way to the bottom of the mountain. Thankfully so, there was water at the bottom, so we had a relatively soft landing per se, give or take all the spikes. But yeah, we're all the way back at the bottom of the mountain, and things cannot seem any more hopeless than what we were back at the top. Basically, we're all the way back at step 1, and things have never looked this bleak in this situation. Think about it! All this hard work just be put way back at the bottom of the mountain. Anyways, the gimmick this time around are these blocks. And just like blocks we've seen before, they move in relation to us, but the one thing that's triggering these blocks is our dash. When we dash into them, they essentially move from side to side. And just like during the star jump sequence, we have the golden feathers, which are going to help us try to get back from point A to point B. Though we're so below the mountain, there is no chance at all that we'll ever see the top within probably as long as it took to originally get to the top. And if I'm going based on what it looked like through the game, I want to say it took at least, I mean, there was one night sequence, then there was like a transitioning sequence, so I want to say it took around the ballpark of 2 to 3 days. And I don't know if that's something Madeline wants to do all over again. So, admit it. It's over. We're at the bottom of the mountain. Things cannot get any lower than this. And during this time, I don't think there's anything better than a little bit of reflection. But first things first, let's try to get back to where we were before, and at least see if we can get any higher. Now, the blocks are the biggest gimmick here, but first things first, let's have a little talk with our reflection. Yeah, she's letting what she said get to Madeline. But she did mention one important thing, and this is the one thing that I think people may disregard because of the nickname Battleline. Battleline is a part of Madeline, and just like any part of anyone, whether what they're feeling, you can't just get away from these negative feelings, this negative past. No matter what, you're going to be living with these terrible feelings, these terrible thoughts. It's what you decide to do with them, though, is what furthers you as a person. And I don't think Madeline realizes this just yet. But maybe she will. But first things first, we're going to go for a little bit of a secret to the left here. And I know I've been missing a bunch of these through the playthrough, but don't worry, we're going to get one right here, right now. We need to get another cassette tape for the B-side. And this one's a little more of the trickier ones because of the way that the blocks move in conjunction to the rhythm, but also because of the speed and momentum. And I already messed up twice here, but wait for it. There we go! Got the cassette tape. I'll take it. But alright, that's another cassette tape ready for the B-side. But yeah, the rhythm is the hardest thing. But anyways, yeah. Madeline finally realizes that this is a part of her that's never going to really go away, is it? But the question is, what's she going to do with it? But anyways, we're going to use this golden feather, and I believe there's either something ahead or to the left. I know there's something around here, but I've never actually gotten it myself in previous playthroughs. Yeah, let's try again. I think it's up top to the right. And go. Yeah, it's this way. Climb this way, get another golden feather, head up. Gotta go that way, but you can't go through the spikes because the spikes will kill you. Oh, that's tricky. Nope, we're going down. Going down. Oh, here we go. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, remember this room for later on. This is probably one of the more trickier rooms in terms of getting a very special collectible we'll need later on. But for those that didn't know that this room was here to begin with, and for me, I always knew it was here, I just never knew how to actually get to it. We're discovering new things for every playthrough. There's essentially a trigger combination you need to do here, but we'll talk about it later. For now, let's just push on and continue forward. When it seems like everything's down and things can't get any worse, you really do feel at rock bottom, and it's a horrible feeling to be at rock bottom in anything you do, really. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. Alright, but anyways, so we need to take this block and watch out for the crystals. Remember, if you touch them, you die. So, let's bop into it and get ready to climb. Nope, that was not enough. Okay, we're going down. Oh, come on, please. Stamina. And recharge. Here we go. Send me forward. So as we saw, Theo was all the way back up there, and part of me wonders if he's going to come back for us. It wouldn't make sense to have to go all the way back down unless you had to, but I mean, you can imagine this is probably like a life or death situation. Just think about how far we plummeted from the very top all the way to the bottom. If there was no water, I think Madeline would have been dead. That's how serious this was. And part of me wonders, if Madeline dies, what happens to Badeline? Does she just stop existing on the mountain? Or is it like some sort of like negative connotation? Alright. But yeah, the biggest gimmick with the stage is definitely the blocks, and really just the momentum they carry. It feels like these are like the epiphany of everything we've done so far with other chapters, but it's just more of a gimmick that works with Madeline's movesets. But anyways, the last gimmick here is bumpers. And these bumpers act just like bumpers from a pinball machine. Essentially, you bump into it, they let you go forward. The important thing, though, is that they recharge your dash. And we're going to need that moving forward. We're definitely going to need that. So let's keep it going. We're going to continue forward through the mountain. And for every ascent, there's a descent. So we're going to go up, down, all around. There's a little bit of backtracking to be found, but essentially we are still going forward. But here, we need to do this. Nope, can't do that. Oh, so close. Alright, wait for it. Alright. You see what I gotta do, though. And... oh, come on! We're gonna get it. It's right there! I want this bumper. I want it. Ah, what the heck? Okay, maybe... no! I just got crushed alive. And... oh, there it is! No! Alright, we gotta be on top of it then, right? Yeah, we gotta be on top of it. My bad, my bad. Alright, let's keep it going. Alright, this section, the walls break, so we just gotta find our way. Nothing too bad. It's more of a labyrinth, though, so you're gonna be confused the first time around. Take it nice and easy, though. And keep going this way. I don't know if you've noticed, but we haven't really seen any strawberries at all at the bottom of the mountain. Part of me wonders because they're not fresh at the bottom, they're more fresh at the top. But I think they're really just the level design itself that they didn't really plan on having any more strawberries past this point. That or I'm just missing every single one of them. But no, that's not the last of the strawberries. We are going to see a couple more in the final level, as well as a chapter beyond this. But yeah, the bottom really is the bottom, and there's not much you can do. This really does feel like it's a failure, an end of ends, and that's a shame. It really is. Come on, let's keep it going. Basically, through every bad experience, you need to find a little bit of hope. A bit of a reason to keep going on despite when all the odds seem against you. There we go. Alright, got it. Keep it going. And I don't know about you, but I feel like just trying to overcome this is enough of a reason to keep going. Enough of a reason to keep playing the game and to really get through all the hard parts. Because there will always be a good part waiting beyond. This is not the end of the journey. This is just another step in it. So let's keep it going. Watch out for the bumpers! No! Why? I really do love the golden feather mechanic, though. It feels so good in terms of like control that it's like... I don't know, it just feels really good. And it's fun to get like a really good amount of distance when using it. Alright, but let's keep it going. Just gotta watch out and make sure we do not collide with the bumpers. There we go. But hey, it's the bird again. And where there's a bird, our favorite friend's waiting for us. Alright, Granny, what do you gotta say for yourself? She's actually laughing. So revelations are in place here. And this really shows the good side of Granny here. The fact that she knew what would happen as Madeline continued, but she's still really giving like this adviseful side. But anyways, we're gonna stop the episode here because up next is probably one of the biggest moments of the game. Confronting myself. Not me, myself, Madeline herself. But yeah, we're slowly approaching the climax of the game and things are going to get really interesting from here on out. So stay tuned because things are just getting good. And during this reflection time, if you like this episode, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. But yeah, no matter how many negative things you may hear in your lifetime, no matter how bad things may get, always trying to find the good in the bad and how to overcome it. It's not easy, and it's not always possible for everyone, but sometimes there really is just a sliver of good in the bad moments. And I think we may just see that coming up very soon. Stay tuned, everyone.